What is up, everyone? It's me, A Beans, from the Urban Wrestling Network. You know me from the podcast with the guys. The guys aren't here. We're going to try to do this on Wednesdays. It's the Underground Rundown. We're just going to run down everything that happened on Tuesday night on the MLW show on Reelz. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to try to release it on Wednesday, although Wednesdays are mostly hard days. So I either have to stay up really late at night, hate doing that, messes up my workouts in the morning, or I do it really early on Wednesday, which then you get a boring me. So anyways, we're going to try this. Hopefully you like it. Give us your comments. Make sure that you scan the QR code right over here, and we'll take you to our link tree. It's got all our links, our YouTube, all of the newest videos. It's got our Twitter accounts, all of the Twitter accounts, not only the UWN Twitter account, but it's got my Twitter accounts. It's got Chef's Twitter account, Instagram. Best place to follow us really is Twitter. That's usually where we're on and talking some mess to people. Anyways, let's get on to the Underground Rundown. And speaking about getting run down, right? We start the show and it's in the middle of a parking lot or under a bridge somewhere, and you got Mance Warner running over a real one with a car. He pops out. Mance Warner pops out of the car and says, more people would love to have done this to you. I would love to have done it to him too. Hopefully that's not incriminating. Anyways, yeah, I'm not a fan of real ones, but I guess that's his heel mentality or heel persona, which, if you're not liking somebody and they're heel, that means they're doing a good job. Anyways, we go into the ring and into the building. You got Sam Adonis coming down the ramp with Cesar Duran and two random henchmen. Cesar Duran looking like $1 million until you get into the ring. Actually, it's $1 million pesos, but I had to figure out, is it mil pesos? Is it mil billion pesos? As long as it's not bolivares, because once you go to bolivares, and those are really worth nothing. Anyways, so Sam Adonis gets in the ring. Sam Adonis is like 6'4". Cesar Duran, it says he's 5'9". I'm going to guess he's like 5'5". He's listed at like 120 pounds. He looks about 120 pounds. We need to put him on a better diet plan and have him getting some meat on him. Looking way too thin for me there. Anyways, so Sam Adonis comes in, gives an old school promo, pretty cool. I liked it. He ends up taking on Sam Adonis takes on Calvin Tankman. Calvin Tankman is joined at the ring with by his tag team champion partner EJ and Duca, coming off of last week's attack of one of the SST. Anyways, EJ goes to the announce booth. They sort of ask him about it. Most of the match, he really just sits there and yells at Caesar, to stop doing that to Tankman. He really doesn't get involved with the match, even though Duran does. And I think he hits Tankman over the head with his briefcase, something like that. Anyways, at the end of the match, Sam Adonis wins. Tankman and EJ sort of slink off into the back, and Sam Adonis grabs a mic and they start talking about, if he's earned his next title shot, because of course he's been here a whole week in one show and one match, as far as I know. But he calls out Davey Richards. Davey Richards pops out, comes down the ramp, ends up getting, overpowered by the henchmen and by Adonis. He's on the ground. They're attacking him. Some music plays, and Johnny Nobody comes out. And I'm going to keep on calling him Johnny Nobody because he goes in and he's random, gets one or two matches, and then goes away. I think this is a second tour in recent years with MLW. Let's see how long he stays around. Anyways, so he makes an appearance, got some good pop. people are excited to see him. He gets to the ring. He's got a chair in his hand. He ends up turning on Davey Richards as Adonis, the henchman, and Cesar Duran are walking away. And, he ends up turning on Richards, hits him with the chair. The henchman and Adonis and Cesar come back. They're beating down on Davey Richards. And the cool thing is, you got Davey Richards on the ground getting beaten up. You got Adonis in there and Johnny Nobody, and they're beating up on Davey Richards. You have Cesar Duran with the mic berating Richards while he's getting beaten up on the ground, slinked over. And the bell is ringing. People are standing up, trying to figure out what's going on. Look legit. Like you're getting some legit heat. It reminded me of some old school WCW in the 1990s with N.W.A. It looked like legit heat. It felt pretty good. I'd like to see more of that happening. Anyways, that happens. They leave Richards in the ring. They take off. Not a big deal. We won't go into all of the video packages because we're going to try to keep this really short and sweet. We'll just talk about the matches and maybe some other events that end up happening. Right after that, there was a package. It goes into the Billington Bulldogs, which are Tom and Mark Billington. They are family of Davey Boy Smith Jr., Davey Boy Smith, and that whole bloodline there. You've got them going up against FBI. Yes, the FBI from the ECW days, including one of the members, not a manager, one of the members, one of the wrestlers in this match was Little Guido. Yes, Little Guido that used to get on the shoulders of Big Sal. 50-something-year-old Little Guido still looked good. There was some talk between us guys, and we were saying he looked bad. I was thinking he just needs some Just for Men and he'd look fine. He brought to the ring Ray Jazz, which it seems like Ray Jazz is a nephew of Little Guido. Dude looks good. Love to see more of him on there. Probably would love to see him with another Italian and Little Guido as manager. We talked about that in our private chat, but hey, whatever. Anyways, Billington Bulldogs end up defeating the FBI, or this version of the FBI. It was a great basics match. It was a great execution of a basics match. I would love to see more matches like this on all wrestling promotions, not just MLW. It really put the Billington Bulldogs over. It made FBI look a little bit like heels. Loved it. Love to see more of it. Anyways, they do, and we will cover this one. MLW champion Hammerstone is getting interviewed by Slam Laterna in the back, and he talks about how every time he has a match, somebody ends up attacking him after, and he notes that he's ready to face Jacob Fatu because, of course, Fatu is going to end up cashing in his golden ticket from the Battle Riot pretty soon. So there's going to be, there should be something to look forward to, I think, in the next month or two. After that, there was a little thing that happened with Davey Richards. Davey Richards, what ends up happening is Davey Richards is going to end up fighting against Johnny Nobody. Going to continue calling him that. Don't care. Until I'm sorry. He's going to fight next week on MLW Underground on Reelz next Tuesday. So we should be able to see that, and hopefully we'll review it. Broadcast team comes out and says, "Hey, we're looking for Mance Warner, right? Whatever, because of the car accident or whatever." Anyways, last match of the night is the MLW Heavyweight Championship. It's Hammerstone against Yamato. Hammerstone ends up going over in this match. Looks great. Looks like $1 million. I've been using that a lot. I'm going to have to find a new analogy there. But anyways, the thing with that Hammerstone looking really good is he's actually training for a bodybuilding competition. So, he looks really, really jacked at this point. So he was putting on weight during that time to then strip off the fat, and he could have more muscle under because he was able to lift heavier. So anyways, he looks really great. he looks huge, just huge compared to everybody else right now in MLW. Maybe except Adonis, but I think that's really a height thing. At the end of the match, something weird ends up happening where, guys come out, gas mask and octopus. And I think that, Jacob Fatu comes out and they got separated. But I think that the octopuses have to do with the AO cards and people getting, knocked out every once in a while. Anyways, like I said, I was gonna try to keep this short. I think I went way over the 5-minute mark. But remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, specifically Twitter. Hover your phone over the QR code that's right there. It'll take you to our link tree. Our link tree has everything. It has our Twitters, our individual Twitters. My Twitter is at ABeansUWN, and it also has every up-to-date video that we've done. Hopefully you like this. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you comment below. If you want to talk to us on Twitter. We are always on there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this.